Hi, so in this demo, I'm going to show a little bit about the capabilities of our deep learning technology. We're going to have a look about how we can detect really deep sentiment, look about detecting emotions, personality traits, and also of the communication style which is actually written in any kind of given text that we're going to enter into here. So one thing to remember, this is done without any kind of human annotation. So this is really using artificial intelligence to understand the text, but also the user, so in this case myself, who has written this. So the best way to do this is just to type in some sentences. Now, I like this example. So if I write, for example, I can't. Now this is going to first of all come up extremely negative. And why is that negative? Because obviously you can't do something. In the emotion part of it, you see there's also a sadness, which really represents the emotions we're not being able to do something. If you now go back to the sentiment, and I add a couple of more words, for example, I can't wait, it now actually, in the context, understands that this can't is not negative, but it actually has a positive connotation, which reflects in the green sentiment over here. If you then go to emotions, you also see the emotions will start changing too as well. It's got much more of a love element to it. If you now carry on and add one or two more words, so to see, you see that actually we're going to a very positive way still again. So I can't wait to see is of course positive. And if you go into the emotions, it's also a very much love driven emotion in here. I can't wait to see something, of course, is driving this kind of love emotion in you. If you then add the final word, I can't wait to see you, you realize how positive that goes. It's about somebody, it's one of the strongest feelings you can have. And normally this is a very, very difficult sentence to decode because I can't is very negative in most kind of sentimentals, but here in the context it really realizes it's about not waiting to see somebody, you can't wait to see somebody, and it's seen as extremely positive. If you go to the emotions, you then really see also in the emotions part, wait to see you has been extremely about love. And this is kind of the first bit about the power of what we can do. If you now go into the personality traits, it detects that actually this is an emotional text because the content is very emotional in here. There's more about who I am. And the communication style one is here you see that it's talking about being self-revealing, so talking more about themselves. Let's try a new sentence. If I go back to the sentiment and I put in something like I felt it was an amazing game. Here what you can really see, first of all, obviously it detects it's a very, very positive sentiment, but here what we wanted to show, it also has a feature called detect features that understands what was exactly driving the sentiment. It really finds out that the game is driving the sentiment, and this is done automatically without any kind of dictionary involvement. So let's see if we can put an even more complicated sentence around. So if I bring in I still believe the Burj Al Arab was better last year. Now this is a very complicated sentence because you're talking about believing in something, you're talking about something in Burj Al Arab, and you're talking about better. Now whenever you find the word better in a classic sentiment tool, this is when it normally gets confused and think that it's a positive thing, it's a positive comparison. But we actually found out in this case, and you see the sentiment, that last year it was actually better. So this means that it's actually a very, very negative sentence, and the actual technology can, because it knows the context, can really pick that up. And finally, if you put something else, let's try something like excellent for family. So this is a very, very positive thing. So for example, this could be talking about a review about a hotel, about a place. You could say even an excellent place for family, for example, it understands that this is a very positive sentence. And I think one of the strongest things that we can talk about is if you then go in and do a spelling mistake, because I've written this quite fast, it still analyzes that sentence and still recognizes that in the context of everything, it's still a very, very positive sentence. Now, this is really just showing a few little examples of what we can do, meaning really understanding the text, understanding the exact meaning of it and the sentiment between it, understanding the emotions behind the actual text, and actually the personality traits and communication style, all just by the way somebody's written, and even in a very, very short text we can find that out. So thank you very much.